welcome to my cozy fall home tour for 2024. This is my home all decorated for fall. Stay tuned at the end and there's a little bit of a video of what the chaos looked like before it became fall. And I will do Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas because I love all the holidays and I just love the chance to decorate with a bunch of different things. Hi, Mika Bean. Yeah, she doesn't like to be on camera because she feels like her soul's being stolen. So, you ready to see the home? You ready to see the fall decorating and see all the coziness? And hopefully it will make you feel warm and fuzzy inside like it does me. So, let's get started. Thanks for coming to visit, friends. I wanted to start with this wreath. This is a wreath I made, I believe I made it last year. There was one I made a long time ago, like, maybe 1995. And I absolutely loved it. I got a lot of the materials thrifted and things like that and kind of just like spur of the moment, accidentally threw it together and I absolutely loved it. But one of the houses we moved into, I stored it in the basement. And when we moved out, I think I forgot it. And I had a picture of it, so this was my version of trying to recreate it. And I love it. It is slightly different than the original, so it is what it is. There's the Mika Bean. Hi, baby Bean. Yeah. And over here, I didn't really put any fall, but I just thought I'd share it because I like my little $2 suitcase from a church thrift garage sale, and the little phone, I got that off eBay, a princess phone, and then the little kitty cat. The little kitty cat came from an estate sale. And now up here, this is where I have actually decorated for fall. The deer is iron, and that came from an estate sale. And the little frame came from an estate sale, and that's my Grandpa Claremont and my Grandma Alberta. And the little toadstool, I don't recall where I got that. It's not Hobby Lobby. Don't really remember. But the sewing drawer came from an antique shop here in Fayetteville for only $12. I thought that was really good. I just added a little bow. And then the dish, I picked up at an estate sale. That's pine cone from our yard. And the little cloche, wire cloche, I made that. And it's got the little, a lot of people think it looks like an owl, and it does. If I can zoom in a little bit closer, it's actually a kitty cat. And it's a stacking doll of cats. It's old. My best friend's mama had it, and she gave it to me. So I really appreciate it. I love it. And that I tend to keep here now because I found it in an estate sale and it reminds me of my mama, and it has 2012 on it, the year she passed away. So it's kind of special and I really love it. The floral picks I actually got off Temu. I know not everybody's a fan of Temu, but not everybody's a fan of Amazon or Walmart or any of the big box stores. So I just buy what I love. I don't care about the style. I don't care about the trends. I just buy what I think is beautiful. On the back of the door is this basket, and I believe, I don't think it was a estate sale. I think it was actually an antique store. And then the flinkies all came off either Amazon or Hobby Lobby, or maybe both, because I wanted it to be really fall. Sometimes I think with the ones out here that really come out at the edge, it looks kind of like fire, but I still love it. So that's the entryway. There's little Miss May May. That's her little spot. You want to say hi to people? Nope. That's her spot. That's where she likes to hide or chillax. So the pillow is Marjolaine Bastine, and I got that at an estate sale. And the brass duck came from an estate sale. The pine cone came from our yard. The ribbon, actually, I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby. And then this candle is actually from Amazon. So are the pillow covers. So I have this pillow cover and that pillow cover, and then there's another one in the library I'll share with you. There's Miss Mika Bean. Then over here I have this blanket that I got from Amazon, and the little kitty pillow. I think I called it a plate in one of my videos, but it's a pillow that came from an estate sale. I just thought it was very sweet. Then over here I have this little vignette. The oil lamp came from an antique shop. Don't know which one. After a while it's hard to remember specifically. This little piece came from my friend Pam, who lives in Minnesota. Thank you, Pam. So sweet. Then this is an old sewing drawer. The sewing drawers would fit in there, and I actually have one that fits in there, but it didn't come with them. It came as a shelf. My friend Marnie also got one. I just love how ornate it is and so pretty, but it didn't have a top, so I thought that would be kind of fun. I got this in an estate sale and figured for fall apples would be perfect. So, and the teacup and saucer came from an estate sale. The little apple candle that came from Amazon. And then the kitty cat salt and pepper shakers came off eBay. And all the clocks came from an estate sale. This one doesn't work, but I'm okay with that. I just like how it looks. I also like how it sounds. And over here, this little vignette. This came from my husband for Christmas, the candle snuffer. And this actually is a shelf. It was an apple green and I painted it black and kind of scuffed it off and flipped it upside down to be a book holder. The angel came from an antique shop in Jacksonville. And then all the old Bibles, and that's an old devotional, came from estate sales. And this little pumpkin I made, and this is one of those surprise boxes, Japanese surprise boxes. I think those are so fun. And I love that it's fall. So she's like my little fall fairy. And then this little girl, I got her off of eBay. I just love how sweet she is with reading a book. So there's that little vignette. And on my coffee table, I have this old brown bowl. I think it was my mother's, if I remember correctly. And then I bought some of the faux pears off Amazon. And this little teacup I found at an estate sale, and I love the brown transfer on it. And I did put, if I can flip it and not spill the matches, a little striker on the bottom so it can hold matches. And this dough bowl candle, it's an apple cider scent, and it's amazing. And it came from a store up near Raleigh. A local lady that makes the candles. Beautiful little Christian lady, does a wonderful job. Then this is my newest thing, and hopefully I can get a picture of what's inside because it's hard with the reflection. I'm sorry, I'll do the best I can. The candle holder came from an estate sale, and the kitty cat came off eBay. And let's see if I can, I'm gonna get the reflection, so maybe if I stand back here a little ways, but it's got some books in it, and an apple, and a school bell, and then my pewter tray with silverware. So we'll come down here like this, so maybe you can see a little bit better. But I love the old tarnished silverware. Trying to keep it where you can see it well. I love this little table. This came from Counting Stars when they had their going out of business garage sale. And then just stacked a bunch of decorating books on the bottom. And that is our fall living room. I like how Mika is actually kind of a fall color. We call her our cinnamon spice girl. Welcome to the dining room. This is a tablecloth I got at the church garage sale. They had several of them, and so I bought them for $2 and $3 a piece. The wreath, I believe, came from Temu, and the tarnished silver is from an estate sale. And then more of my spoons I just love. And the more detailed and tarnished they are, the better. And I love this like little ladle, a little cellar spoon, and the little souvenir spoons and children's spoons. Especially love the children's spoons. And then this silver tray came from an estate sale, as well as the gravy boat. I love silver, and I think it works great for fall because there's something almost kind of dark academia about it. The wood apples, I got a set of 6 of them off eBay. And the candy corn, or Indian corn, I think I got one at an estate sale and one at a thrift store. The pewter pedestal came from an estate sale, as well as the cloche on top. Separate estate sales, but they work well together. The little sugar dish with spoon came from an estate sale. And the pumpkin, we have a pottery place here in Fayetteville, Greg's Pottery, where you can go and have like paint parties and paint the pottery, or bring it home and paint it and bring it back and they'll fire it for you. But someone, at the end of the year, they have a little garage sale where they just sell all the pieces nobody's claimed. And this was one of the pieces, and I love it for fall. The little book pumpkins came off Amazon, and it's crazy because they come flat, but you open them and stick them shut, and then there you go. You have a book pumpkin. Kind of fun. The keys are actually skeleton keys I got at an estate sale. So there's my fall table. Now let's go look over here at my corner curios. Are they curio cabinets or just corner cabinets? I'm not sure. This fall acorn is actually from that Greg's Pottery, and that one I actually painted myself. And here we have, I'm trying to stay with my apple theme for the fall right now. This one came off eBay, estate sale. The stitching's from an estate sale. The little chair's from an estate sale, and the little cat is from an antique shop. The plate is from eBay. And fun story, I found the teacup at one estate sale, and then at an antique shop I found the saucer, so now I have a complete set. So I thought that worked out really well. Then on this shelf, my grandmother had jewel tea. So I bought this off eBay because I wanted to have jewel tea like her. Then I ended up finding this at an estate sale. That's actually milk glass candle holder that I flipped upside down. The salt and pepper came from an antique store. The gold apple from an estate sale. And then that dish came from a yard sale. I think it was $1. I love it. Love the fall pattern on it. And then more of my wonderful silverware and rooster, all from an estate sale. Then that's my Aunt Penny plate. Aunt Penny was selling some things online, and so I bought 2 of her plates, but after our post office, only one of them made it, so it's my Aunt Penny plate. Then this teacup and saucer came from an estate sale, and that little plate came off eBay. I love the little cottage. And this little girl, she has a little kitty, a little puppy, and then there's a matching pot. Those came from eBay. The little kitty came from eBay, and the apple came from an estate sale. Gallery wall. I love my gallery wall. I love gallery walls, period. So here's my hutch decorated for fall, or not hutch, I guess it's a Hoosier. So I'll give you a little, that corner's kind of dark and I haven't figured out what to do with it. I guess I like the lamp inside because otherwise that would be dark. Maybe I need a second lamp. Any ideas? So this is a Lori Mitchell. I love her. She came from eBay. I just think she's a hoot. Then there's one of my wooden apples. And then that's my autumn kitty, and that came from Rabbit Hollow Prim. It's an Etsy shop. It's a local lady here in Fayetteville that makes them. And then the autumn book came from Thrift Books. I love Thrift Books. The little chair came off eBay as well as the little mouse. And the 2 salt and peppers came from estate sales. The little gooseberry patch book came from Aunt Penny. And then the very unique cloche and silver tray came from an estate sale. And then those are clothespins. Some are plain and some I have wrapped ribbon around to kind of give it some color. I won an auction on Instagram from a reseller that resells old items, and so I got a bunch of clothespins and I love them, the old clothespins. The 2 swans, this one came from Mavericks thrift store downtown, and then this one came off eBay. I just love pewter, and evidently now I'm in love with swans because I keep collecting them. And then more of my little spoons. And this apple came from Whimsy Barn Vintage, which is an Etsy shop I also love. Ran by Sandy, she's wonderful. The little pewter dish came from an estate sale, as well as the little flinky flowers. The American Family Scale came from eBay, and then that came from another estate sale. And here is the other corner hutch, curio, corner cabinet, corner dish holder in my dining room. I wanted to switch it up out here, so I have this beautiful pewter that I got at an estate sale and some more picks from Temu. And then those picks are, I believe, from Hobby Lobby, and the swan is from an estate sale with some ribbon added from Hobby Lobby. I love this corner cabinet with the door, but I'm going to open it so you can see a little bit better. So we have this shelf. I believe, I'm not sure where I got these 2. This is a little pumpkin cottage I made. Then that little set came from an estate sale. And that dish came from eBay. And then the little owl came from a barn sale with my friend Marnie when I was visiting her. Great price, $10. It was fun making sure I could pack it and bring it home though on the airplane. Then here's the majority of my swans. I believe all except for this one came from eBay, and I want to say the rest all came from an estate sales. So I'll give you a close-up of each of them. And then some of the ones that are open, I just added some fall foliage. And this little tray, little dish, came from an estate sale. And the ironstone back there, I believe that actually came from Habitat. Then down here, that dish, maybe eBay. I'm not really honestly sure. This picture came from a thrift store or an antique shop in Southport, near where my daughter lives. And then little Todd is a snuffer I got at the Sanford Antique Store. And then that little cottage plate came from an estate sale, as well as I believe that little brown transfer plate. And then that came from Blue Bicycle Antiques here in Fayetteville. I had my eye on it for a while, and every time I went back, I was like, that's it, I just have to get it. I love transferware. Something about those intricate patterns and all the details that they took when they made all those things is just phenomenal. Here we step into the kitchen, all ready for fall. So the pitcher that's full of some new and some old utensils and spoons. The pitcher, though, that's holding them came from Pick and Coop, one of our favorite antique places here in Fayetteville. And it's got all the names of different apples across it. So I thought that was a lot of fun. And then all the different apples, some of them, the majority of them came from estate sales. And the one big wooden apple is part of the lot of 6 that I bought on eBay. And then the little tiny pewter or silver teapot came from an estate sale. So that's on my island. Me and my gallery walls, but I love them. Heck, even my refrigerator kind of is a gallery wall. I don't really have any fall touches over here, but I just wanted to share because I love my kitchen. Got some avocados going over there. This is a set of Pyrex. I believe there's a set of 4, and it's, I want to say, the Americana. And I liked it because, let's see if I can find it. It had a cat on it, so that was why I picked that pattern. And bought it off eBay because finding Pyrex now is about impossible. And Aunt Penny sent me the grinder. I think it looks great in here next to all my little wooden utensils. And the garland up there, the rag garland, I made that out of some scraps I had. Thought it would be fun hanging up there over the window to add a touch of fall. Just like the garland up there that's leaves. That's one of my newest purchases and finds on eBay. I just love it. Just thought it was fun to display cookbooks. I would like to find some kind of small utensil that's old, or spoon or something, and put it there. Then we have, it's full of recipe box and miscellaneous. So great little addition in the kitchen. And I like to keep this simple here. I still like to decorate it, but Lexi and Lenny use this doorway to go out to our catio. And if I put anything there that would interest Lexi, she would chew on it. So I have to be more judicious about what I put there. And of course had to change the board, the mood board. Autumn is a vintage soul. She colors each leaf with wisdom's gold. How true. Then we have another apple. I believe that was from a thrift store. A little hen on the nest came from an estate sale, as well as the tin. There, now you can see a better picture of the tin. Looks like a nice fun kitchen. I love me some rolling pins. And this is the way it's always decorated, so I guess it's kind of a lean towards fall. But both these dishes came from estate sales. The kitchen's the coziest place to be, which is true because that's where the food is. Huh? And then this picture is painted by my daughter Haley. And then this is a picture I actually stole off the coloring app a long time ago when I used to color on the coloring app. And I thought, I like that picture. It's all the things I love: fall, cats, tea, books. And then that stitching came from an estate sale. So that is my fall kitchen. I don't do an awful lot in the kitchen because I like the space to use. Oh, I should share that though. Nice fall wreath. That came from Amazon, which is pretty amazing because I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love how it's all flinky, those Japanese tree. I can't think of what it's called. I know it's a Japanese tree, I just don't know the official name. But yeah, there you go. My fall kitchen. Here we step into the library, one of my favorite rooms in the house. And I love the fireplace. I think I did a good job. This is a rag garland that I made. And then I bought a leaf garland on Amazon, as well as the faux candles and the little seed lights, pearl lights. The dough bowl came from an Etsy shop, and this came from Home Goods. The wreath came from an estate sale, as well as all those books. And that's a little Hobby Lobby pumpkin. And the candle holders, the wood candle holders, also came from Hobby Lobby, as well as my wonderful $6 meal came from an estate sale. I love that mirror. Still can't believe to this day that it was $6. But there's my wonderful fall fireplace. And then we have a blanket and another pillow that's got the covers from Amazon. Then I did put a little pumpkin in here. This pumpkin is also a Hobby Lobby pumpkin inside my bird cage with my stack of books. And all of those books came from estate sales. Best place to buy books, because they're usually pretty cheap. Paperbacks are usually $1 and hardbound are usually $2. So great sale. And then over here, my fall, that chair's always fall, which is another reason I love it. I've had it for probably close to 30 years. And then my mother-in-law, Diane, made that pillow because it looks like my kitty with books. And I love it. It's probably got cat hair on it. Then I changed that kitty's ribbon, so it's a fall ribbon. And then this squirrel came from Kirkland's, and I put some Rub and Buff on to kind of tone it down. And then that little guy came from an estate sale. And then this little acorn candy dish came from Thriftique. So gotta have the goodies. And then that candle holder also came from an estate sale. And then the last thing is this wreath. This is one I made last year. So that is my fall tour. Well, thank you for joining me for my cozy fall home tour. And I'm so glad you could stop by to visit, and stay tuned if you want to see the disaster that was before everything was put together, because there was stuff everywhere. That's why I don't do a decorate with me, because I start in one room and move to another room and to another room and to another room, and I just kind of go all over the place. And if I tried to film it, it'd be chaos. It'd be like spaghetti, trying to find the noodle all the way back to the source. It's crazy. So it's easier to show you the finished result, but I will show you the mess before, so stay tuned. And thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a happy, wonderful, cozy fall. Thank you, friends, so much for being here. Okay, I've started the fall process, making a blank slate for things. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh my gosh. And here's the mess. All kinds of stuff. And I've been collecting apples, and every time I turned around, I found another one. Whew! Empty spaces and more piles, more piles, more piles, totes. Yeah, so it begins.